So you may know me.
So you may know me, but you may not know me. Right, I hope everything's in.
I recommend not farting with your hands.
Brilliant.
That was way too
I know, I was kind of doing it on purpose. Welcome to Between the Trees Films. I'm Adam Adrian, the filmer and director of the short documentary Bill's Workshop. And here with me, I have Bill from Bill's Workshop.
Yep.
That's it.
Pretty simple.
We're going to answer a few questions, which no one asked for, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, because we thought it would be fun.
And we wrote them ourselves, so if the questions aren't great,
blame him.
Okay, first question. So, how do we know each other?
We go back a long way.
Very, very long way. We knew each other from school. Billy was a year above me, and we
sort of connected really with photography.
Yeah.
And we just sort of hung out.
Yeah, hung out. Did a lot of light painting photography. Went to abandoned spaces. Did a lot of spherical. I don't even know what you call them. Orbs.
Yeah, they're orbs of light photography, weren't they? So
really, really good fun.
Proper midnight shoots, complete darkness,
in the snow,
middle of nowhere, freezing fingers.
Next question. What's your dynamic when you work together?
Batman and Alfred.
Next question. No, I think we work very well. We've done a lot of I guess that plays a part into it. We did a lot of expeditions together, a lot of trips. We did a really cool trip to Iceland a couple of years ago, and it really helped us work together very well, not just in the filming, but general as a team.
We sort of know where each other are at creatively.
Yeah.
We do have slightly different outlooks, but they sort of revolve around the same goal almost. I think we'd say. And I'd go one way around something and come up with one perspective, and you'd do the same thing. When we combine them, the results, much like our old photography, much like this project, can be very, very unique. Quite a good dynamic, really. It's quite fun. We laugh way too much.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I'd say we have a lot of fun with whatever we do.
The first day of shooting for Bill's Workshop, which was the bulk of it in the end, was the interview.
Yeah, the interview.
It took all day.
And it was really hot. That was when it was near the 40 degrees.
So hot.
I don't think it was on the day of the 40 degrees, but I remember just being topless behind the camera.
Oh gosh, yeah, you were. It was
answer the
horrific,
questions,
people.
Billy.
Favourite part of the filming process?
I quite liked going and filming the shelving, actually.
That was hilarious.
I enjoyed that.
I
enjoyed that a lot.
The shelving in the film is for the flat in London, and the behind the scenes is it's my sister and her partner's flat. And when they got the place, they wanted some really bespoke shelving, so they came to me with the idea, and we sort of made it happen. But to film it, because we speak about it so much, because it was the previous project that I did before filming, it was a family road trip.
It was so funny.
with Adam, and I picked my family up, and at the same time I was dropping off a trunk to a customer.
There was a whole thing which you were doing on that day. Oh wow!
I picked up my family, and they had so much stuff. There's birthday presents, Christmas presents. Those shoes, you need to give them back because they don't fit that you bought at Christmas.
I remember being kind of shoved into the back of the car, like, right, we've got everything here together, and there's no space, but okay, let's go.
It was unreal. So
yeah, I think that was my favourite bit,
yeah,
just because of what happened surrounding the filming. The filming was great fun as well, but
really
the whole dynamic of that day was just so much fun. Were there any challenging parts of filming / editing process? Originally, we wanted to have a longer documentary, which included Billy making the mantelpiece, which he was currently commissioned to do from start to finish, to installing it as well. However, we found that when we did the cut, it was about 45 minutes long, and it was quite long.
Biblical event.
And we felt that as this is our first documentary, probably not the best idea to do something too long, only because you kind of want to make something really polished, really refined, and not an hour long because it's a learning curve. I don't know what's good, what's bad until I kind of get a response from people who've seen it. So it was quite hard, but we cut that entire section out, which was quite a lot of filming.
It was huge in the end.
I think it was definitely at least a week's worth of filming that we completely cut. However, we did then turn it into like short episodes, which we've put out over Instagram, YouTube, whatever.
Which have been really fun.
Which have been really fun to do.
Funner than the whole thing.
Yeah.
If it was a one concise unit. And the other thing with it was that 45 minutes, although it was a relatively interesting 45 minutes, at the end of the day, it's somebody making a mantelpiece, which is not the most interesting thing. So with all of the other bits of filming we did.
How did the idea of the documentary come about?
This is on you. Well, I was going to say, this question's on you, because you initially came to me with the idea before we then got the ball rolling. So where did it come from for you?
I have always liked the idea of doing a documentary or getting into documentary filmmaking. I have a background in photography mainly, work as a freelance photographer. But in the past I've made a lot of short films just for fun as I was growing up.
Including music videos.
Including music videos and music videos for my band.
Yeah.
So
talented.
I really wanted to do something like that, and I was just searching around like, who could I start off with doing something short, simple, fairly relaxed, where we can have a flexible schedule. And I live a 10-minute cycle away from Billy, and I was like, perfect. You know, he's a really great friend, really interesting what he does, can talk about what he does in like very good detail.
For way too long.
Yeah, that as well. I nearly said that, but I was like,
it's okay.
Doing the editing, well, I was like, oh, Billy, you can have it. But like, you know, he talks to things in detail, and you really get a good understanding of his work and what it's like to be a blacksmith and woodworker in the current times. So I thought it was a really great subject to start off with. Really easy to work with Billy. Billy's a great friend. Billy's just amazing to work with. And I thought he'd be the best to start off with in the documentary filmmaking journey. As a small production team, what equipment did you use? So with the background and photos, I shoot with the Canon R6 and have a couple of lenses, a 50mm lens, a 24 to 105 and a 70 to 300, so covering a lot of ranges. It's not a filmmaking camera, but that doesn't matter. It does. The equipment at the end of the day, you use what you can use, and it's really about the story and what you bring to life with it, not necessarily the equipment you use. We've also got these lav mics, which we invested in and have been really good because there can be a lot of noise around here. Don't know if you can hear any of it, but the chainsaw, the pond, the barking, there's so much noise going on.
It's a wilderness out there.
So, yeah, equipment-wise, that's it. Pretty bare minimum. Camera on a tripod, just the two of us in the team.
The music side of it was quite a good idea. Again, that came along quite quickly, I think, in the sort of thought process.
Yeah, that was done because I'm a musician as well, and my friend that I work with, Dan Follen, and his flatmate Ollie West, helped out with the music. I went round to theirs, and we just composed the music to the documentary together, so it's all original. And we played together. It was another great part of it, because it really felt like we were creating everything from scratch, and it wasn't getting a royalty-free thing off of
which we did
sound,
look at, which was hilarious.
Bible or whatever. So yeah, it was a really nice production, and again, incorporating family, friends, just to really critique the film as well and get it really polished and refined.
What's next for Bill's workshop? Good question. I wish I knew. No, this year I'm going to be making lots and lots of stock, fresh stock, as well as a higher sort of commission base. At the moment, they're coming up with some more stock, repeatable products for the shop, so that I've got a slightly more regular base of items to sell rather than quite unique items, which are fantastic to make and really fun to make, and that's the passion bit for me. That's why I do it. Is each bit is different, but I do need some regular stock which I can churn out that's nice and sort of standardized, but still to that high quality, as well as being slightly different, slightly unique. So currently going through the process of designing that stock itself and then making it right behind me in the forge. And yeah, just try and do some more fairs, try and grow the business. Heck, I mean, it's not massive right now, but you never know where it'll be in a few years. So
Thank you for joining us. This has been Between the Trees Films with Bill's Workshop. Billy, I am Adam Adrian.
good night. It's a crocodile! Ah! Bill's Workshop. Dramatic pause. Tumbleweed. Man sipping whiskey.